So, before I start my whole little thing, I'm sure some of you are wondering by now if I always look so glamorous when I do my video webcam posts for class, and the answer is yes. And that's not just for this class, so sorry and you're welcome. But also, I'd really like to thank Andre for asking the question about uncertainty in game design, because that's something I've always wanted to know about. These really elaborate narrative games have so many different possibilities and so many things that you just aren't sure that somebody's going to do, kind of like, God creating a universe and all these people have free will and what's going to happen, I don't know, oh my god. So I was really happy that Alex addressed that, and also really sad that I missed that class. Anywho, uh, to, it's funny, at the end of class we were talking about other people studying games, because I've been really fascinated by this class and what it's studying, and I asked my sociology teacher, if have you ever studied games, and she hadn't, but the teacher's assistant in that class, she's getting her master's in what, I'm not sure, but the research has to do with gender and games and kind of the semiotics of physicality and what that means within a game system. So pretty excited about that. But where this whole week with reading took me, narratives versus ludology, is that I thought that I was a total anti-narrative game player, because I do prefer games like Pac-Man and Tetris and Pong and things that aren't necessarily telling a story, or are they? Because as Alex was mentioning about Pac-Man and consumerism, it really got me thinking about, what is each thing representing in Tetris or Pong or Angry Birds, is where my brain went, because you're playing this seemingly simple game. The core mechanic is pulling your finger back and tapping the screen and bulldozing this bird into this structure full of pigs. And behind it are all these pictures, and each level has a different, kind of artistic thing about it, or tone, and what that really is representing, and if that's telling a story. And I think the obvious question is, or answer is, yes, it's absolutely telling a story. But because there's no uh, cinematic, or any kind of dialogue or written language that describes it, each person uses the semiotics within the art and within the structure of the game to make up their own story. So enough about that. That's my whole little take on ludology within game systems. And while that is talking about video games, I think the same things can be applied towards card games or board games. Look at War, the card game, for example. What is that really representing? So it'll be fun to work on our midterms and see what we come up with as far as narratives within seemingly non-narrative games. Awesome. Bye.